Thistledown gang, lovely to still have you here. I mean, there hasn't been much happening on this channel except for that one thrift haul that I'll try to link there. So I actually wanted to film another thrift haul today, and then I thought, hey, isn't that completely unimaginative and bad to have two videos of the same kind right after each other, especially because I don't do much on YouTube at the moment. But I definitely didn't want my curls to go to waste, because I just took the rollers out this morning and it's already hung out like hell, and there's a lot of hairspray in that. It's just what my hair does. But I really like the combination of the freshly shaved side cut and the curls. So I am making a vlog, and I'm probably also making that thrift haul because, let's face it, the curls are awesome and I don't want to waste them. So where have I been? So this is just a tiny little overall update thing of what I've been up to, what I've been doing, where I've been. Here we go. So you know how some people have a winter depression? Yeah, I think I might have that, but in summer. It's not really any form of diagnosed seasonal affective disorder, so I try to avoid that term, but I just realized that I'm not doing as well in summer as I do in winter or spring or autumn, when it's still cold and rainy. Apparently my body doesn't produce as much serotonin, which is already pretty low. I wasn't exactly in the best place in the last few months, or at least I didn't have the spoons to come up with videos and film things, and it wasn't exactly made better by all the anxieties that the whole YouTube thing sometimes induces in me. The thing is this, my videos are largely very, very much unscripted. And I have a very dear friend who is absolutely awesome and who gives me the most honest feedback ever. And most of her critiques were, your lighting sucks, which, yeah, it did. It got better. It's still not perfect. We're working on that. I'm working on that. And maybe scripted things would be better. And while I absolutely appreciate this, I'm bad at scripting things. Like, wow, totally. This is my script for today's video. And that's about it. So I was anxious and had the feeling that I didn't belong on YouTube, and I just shouldn't waste anyone's time with my mere existence on this platform, which is absolutely stupid, because in the end, doing a thing kind of not so well is the first step to doing it well, to be better at scripting, to be better at doing the lighting, to be better at editing, and to make more content that actually transports the things that I want the videos, to transport. Because I want people to feel wonder, I want people to feel inspiration, and I can at least try to put it out there, and even if it just helps one person, my presence on this channel, on this platform, on the internet is absolutely justified. So in my somewhat depressive mind, all this critique that was absolutely constructive, don't get me wrong, I love you. All this critique came into my head as, you shouldn't be doing this anyway. You're not good at this. You suck at it. Your ideas, I mean, every idea has been had already. it's what people do. They have ideas and sometimes they put them out there. And people could actually accuse you of having the same ideas as someone else and accuse you of having stolen them, which would be pretty bad for me mentally, because I usually try to give credit to where I get my ideas from. And sometimes they just pop into my head, and there's this thing that people have the same ideas sometimes. But I was really, really afraid of this. But I think I'm getting better. And, you know, one of the big fear thingies was that I'm just too bad at this. I'm worse than most of the other YouTubers I watch, because of course I only watch people with several thousand or hundreds of thousand subscribers, because that's what the algorithm actually throws at me to watch, and not small channels like mine, or, you know, people who have like 500 subscribers or 1,000, which is considered barely existent on YouTube. It's so absurd when I have people with 500,000 subscribers saying things like, I'm a small channel. Like, you have no idea what the term small means, do you? There are 500,000 people following you, actually interested in what you're doing. Interested enough to click that subscribe button. But I digress, because that's a thing I do. I go on tangents a lot. So yeah, to say it with Jake the dog from Adventure Time, and I'm making this my motto, and I probably need to get this tattooed, to be honest, because it's a thing that I have to tell myself over and over again. Maybe I should just make a pennant and hang it into my room. I really like banners and things, so that could be a thing. So, to say it with Jake the dog from Adventure Time. Dude, sucking at something is the first step towards being sort of good at something. And that is so true. And it's not only me. We are all so afraid. So many people I've talked to are afraid of being themselves, pursuing the things they love, taking a plunge, taking that leap of faith, because they're afraid of not being good at something, and therefore they will be judged for not being good at something. That sucks. I mean, if the first person who invented the wheel thought, well, this isn't really great and I'm really not good at making these, would have just kept the idea of the wheel in their mind, I mean, I don't want to be defined by my anxieties anymore. I know that's a big step. I know that is an insane amount of work. And I don't think I will ever actually reach that goal. But I can work towards it. And part of that is making videos, getting better at making videos. Because making videos is a thing that makes me feel great. When I actually am done with them. I put way too much pressure on myself when it comes to this. I guess the close to 200 people who actually watch this, I mean, like, they apparently already like me. Thank you. You are fantastic. You apparently like me the way I am, even unscripted and chaotic and with bad lighting, and probably too loud background music. I'm working on that. So, that's where I've been. I've been in my head, and that was the problem. So, you know what? Let's just talk about my plans for my internet presence. Okay? Might not be... I think this kind of pressure, talking to people about my ideas and them expecting me to actually go through with them, is a good thing. I'm trying to hold myself accountable. So I shall tell you what kind of videos I am planning to do. Which is kind of scary. I should make a list first. Here's what I'm going to do, or what I actually want to do. And you're absolutely invited to hold me accountable to do all of these things, to make these videos. Because they are in my head, I actually want to make them. I want to make them, but sometimes I just need a kick. in the butt, as we all do. One thing I really want to do is doing thrift fixes. I thrift a lot, as you might have noticed. The thrift haul videos aren't going anywhere, except for one word, because there's a lot of thrifted stuff right next to me that needs hauling because it's awesome, and I just want to show it to the world because it's fantastic. So I want to do thrift fixes. I want to show you what I do to alter these things that I find, because most of the time they're not exactly perfect yet, or not perfect for my body shape. I'm kind of reluctant to call it a thrift flip because I'm not flipping anything. It will still be most of the time the same garment, the same thing, because it's not necessarily only clothing. But I will either fix it, make it accommodate my style more, or, you know, fit me better. So that's a thing I really want to do, because that is a very sustainable thing to do, and also something that furthers, that elevates the individuality of a piece and of your wardrobe in general. And that is a thing that I find so important, that we all have the opportunity to actually do something about things that aren't perfect for us. Because if something doesn't fit you, there is probably a way to make it fit you. Be that stylistically or in the actual shape of a garment or of, you know, an item. That is super important to me. Sustainability has always been a thing with me. I actually want to make videos on that. So I want to make more DIY videos, be that thrift fixes or actually things from scratch. I think I also want to do more character videos like I did with Antonia Cecilia. That was great fun, and I know that a lot of people enjoyed that. So I think I'm going to do that again. Antonia isn't going anywhere. She is still lurking somewhere in the attic of a great mansion, because that's what she does. And I also want to take you places. There's this thing in my head called the exploration date, because I like puns sometimes, in moderation. The exploration date, where I actually explore my surroundings, and taking the camera with me, I shall explore my surroundings with you and show you the fantastic places that I go to, because I believe that beauty can be found everywhere. You only have to see it, and sometimes you just need a tiny bit of help to see it. I have actually a list of places in my phone that's just tram stops that I found interesting while looking out of the window on my way somewhere else, that I want to explore, because I know close to nothing about this city that I live in and have lived in for 3 years now. And also I sometimes travel to places like Frankfurt or Marburg or, you know, somewhere else. I actually plan on getting to know more cities, and going out of the house is scary. But I actually want to explore. I want to see things, I want to learn about things, and I might actually do a bit of research and do a voiceover over the video, because that will be a good exercise in doing voiceovers, because I'm not really good at those yet. I suck at those, but that's the first step to being kind of okay at them. I also, and that actually ties in with the thrift fixes, want to talk about fashion and character design, world building, either for real life purposes or for, you know, LARP writing. Because I think, at least for me, character design is a big thing as how I view myself and I view my surroundings. I kind of want to talk about made up subcultures, finding your own style, or in this case actually my style, because I'm still struggling with that. I'm almost 30 and I still struggle with what I fucking want to wear. That is ridiculous, but it's there, and I think I'm actually on a good way, but I kind of want to document that, and maybe it helps someone. That would be amazing. And last but not least, I actually want to talk about media too. And because I also like food, I would like to make media mukbangs. So I'm cooking and then eating, and while I eat I talk about a movie or a series or a computer game or, you know, a book. Because I have opinions, I have a lot of opinions. I should probably write them down first so it doesn't get too rambly. I actually filmed one of those, I think back in December, and I never got around editing it because I was afraid of the sheer amount of footage that was and the rambliness, because I ramble a lot. I do that, I go on tangents, I already mentioned that. So that is where I've been and what my plans are for this channel, and now I shall film that thrift haul. It was absolutely lovely to have you here. I hope you're having a fantastic week. If you're new here, you might want to subscribe because, you know, all of that stuff you should hold me accountable for. You should probably do that, and you could like this video, it would mean a lot to me, as do comments. Have a wonderful time, be nice to yourself, be nice to others, and stay magical and inspired.